Previously on Two Past Midnight.
He comes up behind him, and he's pointing his pistol at him.
Filling up bottles, get in the water.
So you get up there, and he's filling up water bottles.
In Polish, he says, "Don't move."
Easy, 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 easy. No speaker.
You're American?
Yes, sir.
You were in a battle not far away from here with a large APC.
What gave it away? The hole in my chest?
You know about the 20th Tank Division and its general location, and what I'm going to do is move it over to the map layer.
Sir, based upon the tracks in the combat, it looks like you got into a fight with an APC, which I assume, easily enough, is part of the 20th Tank Division of Russians. They are operating just to the northeast of here.
I was afraid of that.
We do not have the firepower to take on an organization like that, and it seems you do not either, but with the way some of you survived your encounter with the other one and held your own, perhaps we can join forces. But I would recommend that we go around this group.
You've convinced me. I mean, I see what you're saying here, and I'm all for it. But if I take you back to my camp, the crazy one's going to yell at me, and the cranky one's going to be all fatherly disappointed I brought you back. So I'm just trying to figure this out right now. However, they have a penchant for being able to live. Always. So, I mean, they're good dudes. I mean,
The extra red circle around them is kind of their area of control. Right. Okay. Continue.
Quick question. I'm sorry. With the drop of information, I missed how many refugees were with?
10. Well, 9. You plus 9 more.
Me plus 9. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
I tell you what, I got a good feeling about you. So, let's head back to our camp. And, again, I'm not in charge. I'm the water guy. But I think...
You are the water boy?
Yes. How do you do, Jimmy?
I don't think that movie has come out yet. Maybe Happy Gilmore.
It's pronounced.
I don't think it ever got made in this world.
Happy Gilmore did, though. That was out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just going to say, I mean, again, I'm not the guy in charge.
98.
Did not make
The
it.
Waterboy came out in 98?
Never got made. Never happened. Well, I mean, it got made. It just never got released.
Let's head on back.
It was shown at the USO.
Okay, you walk in front, and just to make sure there are no surprises.
Wait, so we're going to put the gun away, though, right?
No.
Oh, come on. So you
carry water, I carry gun. It's for my safety and yours.
in case I pour water on you?
Here's the thing. We are walking into camp with two of your compatriots. It is just me and you. A little leverage on my side is best in this case, yeah?
Again, I've had a gun pointed at me every day for so long I can't remember.
So then it's nothing new.
I would just like to not. As a show of good faith, I'm taking you to our camp.
I will put it on safe.
Or... Sure, that makes just as much sense as putting it away. Well, here. And I hand him 2 of the jugs of water. Carry these.
He takes the 2 jugs of water, yeah.
And I start heading back to the camp.
All right. Jeremy, and this is a question. Since there are the other 9, are you bringing them with you? Or are you leaving them behind?
He left them behind to kind of scout it out and see what's happening. So he's going to, for their safety, he's going to go make contact and then possibly bring other people back.
Gotcha. That's what I want to know.
He's not necessarily the leader, but he's acting as a scout in this situation.
Gotcha. All right. So you guys start headed back to the camp. I rolled, by the way, Jeremy, and like what the rest of the people have as far as like potential ways of defending themselves.
Oh, okay.
And would you say they're well off, kind of well off, or not very well?
Could you give me like an A to an F?
2 seconds.
Oh, you don't have to text me. You could just be like
Z.
This is what we do now that we don't have the die alone channel.
Yeah. So I texted you the answer. So you guys start headed back to the camp. Murphy, roll a recon roll.
Saw that one coming.
Or did you?
10 and a 5. So 2 successes.
All right. So you see LT and someone else walking back towards the camp.
Don't shoot.
Jeremy, kind of describe what Novik looks like, by the way. Somewhat.
he's about medium build. He's got brown straight hair that's kind of spiky out. Looks a little unkempt because he's been traveling for a couple days, and little stubble on his face. He's wearing civilian clothes. He's wearing like some black denim pants, like a white button up, and kind of a blazer.
Okay.
Don't shoot again.
Emmett, you're not going to believe this shit.
Don't shoot me for the second time in 2 days.
This motherfucker picked up another stray.
I open fire. No.
Brian's been holding on to that one for a bit.
Yeah.
Bruce and Novik.
That's
both
not as
dropped it
funny since I've already been shot by you. It's not as funny
I
anymore.
think it's funnier, but that's I guess just perspective.
It's not as funny when it could be true.
You just wait till you take the first nap.
Jeremy, bring in another character that's the exact same character.
Hey guys, I'd like you to meet my friend. Oh, I didn't actually catch your name.
My name is Merrick.
Merrick. I've been telling him all about us, and I thought maybe he could be of use to you.
Joke it.
Yeah. Murph snorts too, like, oh, of course you have.
Yeah.
Did you give him my social security number too?
Yeah, my blood type.
Well,
Good night,
to be
Bruce.
fair, I think everybody from here to 3 clicks that way has your blood, so we're good there.
If I still had access to the station computer system, I would run all of your numbers, but I no longer have that, so we are just going to have to take each other on our word.
So, this guy knew
hold
about
on.
our British friend. This guy knew about our little fight.
Well, I
It
mean,
was fairly easy to piece together.
and I'm sure everybody in a 3-mile
5-click
radius heard
radius,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I didn't think of that. But he also says, what's his face was right. It is a tank division, and it's a lot closer to us than we thought, apparently.
Oh, so it's not Khalees?
No, they're only about 10 kilometers to the northeast of here.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, then we're not staying here for long.
We are in the heart of their operating area right now. So you are best to stay low, but my group would like to avoid them as well.
Your group?
If you have fared so well against them, we would appreciate some assistance.
Well, I mean, and you see Emmett kind of stand up, kind of hobbling on his one leg, and the scars on his face. I don't know what you would consider faring well.
Yeah, we might have different definitions.
I mean, we're still above ground sucking air at this point. I guess that's about as well as we have been able to fare. But we did not realize that we were, I mean, sitting so close to the hornet's nest. But you said a couple things here. One, you said group, so that immediately
He tends to get hung up on words sometimes.
Well, because words are important. We don't use them idly. You said group, so I don't know how many people are sitting out around me waiting to shoot me where I stand. And then the other thing you said is check of a computer system if you still had access to it. So that makes me think that you had some kind of previous experience with law enforcement or
Intelligence. The word you're looking for is intelligence.
other kind of service.
I was detective in Krakow for years, decade.
Okay, all right.
And until recently was citizen. I'm traveling north to reunite with my daughter. She was staying with her in-laws when the war started, and her husband was killed in the combat, I think. But she is with her in-laws, and I no longer have reason to stay in Krakow, so I go to join her.
In-laws where?
And I was telling him all about your boy and how we were looking to find your son, and we were heading.
I'm sure.
Of course you
I'm
did.
sure you've
Of
told
course you
him
did.
the whole thing. I don't even ask anymore. We're headed up to a blown out tank at a gas station where we thought my son might be. We have just lost our friend and member of our team here. We've lost a lot of people, and as you can see, I am pretty well banged up. It looks like me and you may have many things in common as far as which direction we're heading and for what reasons. But
We are just seeking safety in numbers. And you seem like you are not doing too well.
I mean, I'm doing as well as can be expected. I am still here to talk about it. We just lost, like I said, a member of our team. You saw him.
The British man. He looked British, huh?
Yeah.
Is the look about him on the face.
Yeah.
It was the style of the mustache that gave it away for me.
So, Jeremy, I texted you actually the name of the town that you're,
Deal.
okay, which is about 30
Yeah, that's fine.
kilometers.
I got Google Maps.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
All right. What are you guys doing? So you guys are at the camp. It is now going to be nighttime. Kyle, Lieutenant Bruce, the weatherman. Please roll me a d6 for weather for the nighttime shift.
A 4.
It is still clear skies.
So what do you think? There's one or two people in the group that could tend to you, possibly. If you need medical assistance.
I mean, I seem to be doing all right. I just got pretty banged up.
You do have a doctor in your group, by the way.
I was going based strictly off of statistics, and there's a good chance one of them is okay at it.
A nurse.
A dentist.
Veterinarian.
A veterinarian tech.
Well, I mean, I know I ain't gonna win any beauty pageants, but I mean, at this point, it's just gonna take time for this to heal up. So, I think our best bet is to try and put some distance between us and the hornet's nest that we have already kicked, and see if we can't try and get towards the goal here. But it looks like we're going to probably have to take a out and around way.
We should probably go around. We do not know entirely what their motivations are, but if they are taking over this territory, we will have to answer to them.
I'd much rather not have to answer to anybody. So I say I thank you for your information, and I say we all try and, if you want to come with us, that's fine. Like I said, we're headed north already.
So are we. The group I'm with, everyone is heading north for different reasons and to different places, but we've decided to band together to make the travel easier.
Safety in numbers is always good, especially since our last little excursion.
Well, I don't know if numbers help or just make more mouths to feed and more targets for the fire, but it seems like this is where we're at right now. Is everybody healthy in your group? We've also heard of quite a few different diseases going around.
2 seconds.
You tell me whatever Novak actually knows. Because he may not know if anybody's sick or not. I don't know. I don't know what he knows.
Worst detective ever.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, everyone's healthy. So, I mean, as healthy as they, I mean, they're low on food. They're getting water resupply because they're near the river. But
we are, normal for this environment. A little malnourished, could use more vitamins, but none of us have the plague that was going around. That is why some of us have left, is because of the plague that was going around Krakow, and other diseases, and the gangs, and the greener pastures, if you will.
Oh, yeah, no, I can understand that. Yeah, there was a lot of movement around that city. It made me quite nervous. Well, I guess if you'd be all right, we can all travel together.
That was my intent of approaching your Bruce here.
Well, and it's awesome because you picked the right one. He is the friendliest and most talkative in the group.
Thank you.
I was always good at picking the CI.
you would not believe how happy I was when he was like, I'm going to go get water. And I was like, nah.
Yes, you are.
They'll know their life story in 5 minutes.
You must be Murph. And Emmett?
Right? Exactly.
Captain Emmett?
I've heard so much about you.
You are from Hawaii, you know?
Yeah, a half a click walk back, and it's like the entire history of...
Well, like 5 clicks back.
I've got 123 episodes worth of material for you on this half a click walk back.
So whatever water you have is now full. I also have the 4 of them from British guy. And so I took 1 to make me 6 out of 6, and then there's 3 more additional for you guys to divvy up how you see fit.
Can I have 1 extra? That'll give me 5.
Yep. That would get you 2 more, Chris.
Same, because I had 4 empties, so.
Yeah, I filled your 4 empties, and then gave you 2 more, so you have 6 of 6 now.
Awesome, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry I shot you.
Water under the bridge.
But the bridge has mines on it.
I mean, yeah.
As you do.
You know, in this nightmare hellscape that we live in.
So we cut over to, we see Keanu and Anderson, right? And that truck had just pulled up, and it was nighttime. They spotted you, and it was like this blue truck. The headlights are right on you guys. And this woman steps out. And you're like dragging Anderson on like a sled, basically behind you, if I remember correctly, because he's fucking cracked spine.
Yes, made of butler's clothing.
Right. And this woman steps out and she says, "Are you American?"
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
What is wrong with your friend?
He got shot up. He got shot up real bad.
So all of this is just a firefight?
Yes.
If you don't mind, we are doctors. Can we assist you and your friend?
Yes, please.
And she like looks back into the truck and like kind of gestures and says something in some language. And they start walking out, but they have like fucking masks on and containment suits. And they start walking towards you guys. And she starts like putting on a suit too. And she's like, if you would stand over there and we will check him out. And have you been injured as well?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm so tired.
Yes, have a seat. Have a seat right here. And she like points over at this like log. And she's like, just have a seat. I will sit here with you while they check out your friend. And these other two guys in like containment suits, you know, like with masks on and stuff like that. I mean, it's like hodgepodge. It's not like anything super fancy. It's basically like Tyvek suits and fucking gas masks essentially. But that's, you know, what they got. And like fucking rubber gloves that you would use to clean a fucking toilet with like they're doing what they can. But anyway, they come up and they're talking to Anderson and they're checking him out and his wounds, and they're like, we would need to take your vital signs. And you know, they start like, you know, checking his pulse and like getting his temperature and stuff like that. And she's over there talking to Keanu. She says, so are you injured at all, or did you take any heats from any sort of firearms, or are you feeling okay? Are you sick? Do you have any symptoms?
No.
Fever?
There was so much shooting, and there was so much blood. He was.
Do not worry. They will take care of him. I just want to.
It wasn't just him. We lost somebody else.
What did your other friend die of?
The gunshot wounds. His guts were hanging out. They were everywhere. There was so much blood. It was so much blood.
I'm sorry. And like, so this whole time she's like checking you out and like, you know, checking underneath, like feeling your throat. And she's like, would you mind? Here's the thermometer. And would you mind holding this under your tongue?
Yeah.
It is okay.
Do you have any water or anything?
Yes, we have water. We have water. I want to make sure before I give you any fluids that you can hold them down and not, you know, just regurgitate them.
Okay.
Just take a deep breath. Have you had a cough or any soreness anywhere? Any pains?
No. I mean, my arms are pretty sore. But I thought that was just from dragging him.
And so a little bit goes by, and she like looks over at the other people in the suits, and they like, one of them walks over, and you hear just this muffled like, but you can't quite understand it because it's in a different language, and they're speaking through masks. And she says, "Okay, we will put you in the truck. We will give you a ride. If you would like, you could come with us, and we could treat your friend, and give you shelter, at least something."
Yeah. Anything would be better than this.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. My name is Dr. Hake, by the way.
My name's Keanu Peterson, Private Peterson.
It's nice to meet you, Private Peterson. And you guys get into the truck. They lift up Anderson and put him in the back of the truck, and they actually have him on like a stretcher, you know, now, and like strapped down on this like something like a spine board, basically. And we see this truck start to drive away into the night. Jeremy. So we cut back over to the camp. We see Emmett and Merrick and Murphy and LT. And what are you guys going to do?
So I had this AK, this gun, and I was trying to clean it, and I was trying to figure out what's going on with it, and I pushed this thing a little too far, and the next thing I know, this part came out, and this part came out, and that part came out, and now I just don't know what to do with it.
Wait, did you push on the extractor? That's not the right part to push.
Yeah, I'm still learning a lot of this. They didn't teach this in liberal arts college.
You've really broken this rifle. You're going to need another piece to fix it.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Question, Jeremy. When you were investigating the scene, would you have grabbed one of the rifles?
I'm sorry, were there extra rifles?
There were
Yeah, we
2
left
rifles left over he didn't take.
No
No magazines, though.
The other refugees would have the rifles, because they're at least... they can at least be used to barter with.
So you could use them to repair, one of them to repair the...
Or just swap.
replace it, yeah. I know.
But they have the rifle, so...
And no magazines.
He's going to have to make a deal with them. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's... We did find 2 rifles, but they may not want to give them up. You may have to barter for them.
I was just curious, because I thought I was doing good, and the next thing I know, I wasn't doing good. And now, I don't know. It happened recently, and I'm kind of mad about it. And then that guy shot me, so different things.
He shot you. Isn't he your compatriot?
Yeah, you should tell him that, because I didn't get as far as... He didn't seem to see it my way.
So Merrick, Novak, and LT are over here having this conversation, and Murphy and Emmett, you're over a little bit further away, hearing them having this conversation.
That asshole decided to climb on top of the APC that I was firing at.
That is a bit crazy, my friend. Those are very armored, dude. What did you think you would do?
Well, I have an axe. And then I didn't
An
think
axe,
any
he
longer.
says. You thought you could cut through the APC with an axe?
Yeah, I don't know if you got... There's a movie I saw when I was younger, The Shining. And he just, takes and breaks through. I thought that was kind of neat.
I did see that movie, but that was made out of wood and not metal armor.
Yeah. Yep. I got there eventually.
All right, so what is your guys' plan for the nighttime? Are you staying put and then going in the morning, or what are you doing? Okay.
Yeah, I would say we would stay put until first light with what is it, Novak?
Yeah, you can call him Merrick.
Merrick?
Yeah.
All right. We would stay put here with Merrick until first light, and then we would go to wherever the rest of his people are, but our main priority would be trying to put some distance between us and the 20th Armored Division here.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the same thing that they want to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically just grabbing them and trying to move along.
Right. So are you guys staying awake? Is someone on watch? Who's on watch? What do you guys do? Who's doing what?
Murph will stay on watch.
Okay.
He basically trusts this dude, but still, it's a new person.
Yep.
Bruce curls right up and goes to bed and doesn't even blink.
Figured. Okay. Jeremy, what is Merrick going to do?
Merrick's gonna go back with the rest of his group.
You're going to leave this group and then...
Oh, I assumed they were still in the same hex.
They're in the same hex, but I'm saying, that's 10 kilometers. You know what I mean? And he was over by the river.
Yeah, no, that's still what he's gonna do. He knows where both camps are.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So he'll meet them there with everyone else in the morning. And if they're not there, then they're gone.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But he's not going to sleep there with them without someone watching his back because he doesn't trust them either. So
Yeah, I didn't know if he was just going to stay there and stay up with Emmett and
no.
Murph.
He needs to sleep as well. So
Okay. All right. So you head back over to the other camp. Emmett, what are you doing?
I guess Emmett would sleep that shift, because if not, then it would probably be a full day before he gets rest again, and that should take his last bit of damage away. So now I'm just dealing with the crits.
Did you say we needed to eat first?
Yeah, but he ate that one.
Yes.
So, yeah. So to heal stress or damage, you have to eat that day. So for anyone else that's going to heal anything else, you would have had to have eaten today. And drank water, both. And we are now on the 11th of June. Kyle, weatherman.
A 3.
Weather remains the same. So still sunny. So sun starts to come up. Merrick, you wake up with your group of refugees and start bringing them back over to the other camp.
yes.
Chris, you see this group of 9 plus Merrick refugees headed towards your camp. 2 of them have shotguns. One of them has a pistol. Whatever Merrick had, he never really specified what he had. And everyone else seems to have like clubs and makeshift melee weapons. And a couple of them have, like 2 of them have slung AK-74s that don't have magazines in them.
Merrick just has a Glock, and that's why it amused the shit out of me when he said he puts it on safe, because it
Doesn't have, yeah.
doesn't have safety.
I put weapon on safe.
Which take finger off trigger is safe that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not to shoot.
He wakes up these guys. He's like, "Hey, our new friends are here. Start packing up our shit."
That's more than a couple, huh?
Sure is.
All right, well, let's not wait around. Let's get moving.
You know what? Maybe this time we don't have to be the one herding cats.
All of them have like 2 days worth of food and water, by the way, Jeremy.
Okay. That's better than Merrick.
Yep.
Shit. He must have been giving away his stuff because he's got 1 and 1.
Yeah.
I got no food left. I'm done.
Yeah.
So they all show up, and there's this other gentleman there that's a doctor. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. I already said that. This guy walks up, and he was a doctor, and he says, Mr. Novak said that one of you was injured?
Yeah, my leg here is pretty tore up.
Yeah, he kind of checked you out and was like, yes, your leg is fractured and your pelvis is cracked also. I can't do much for you here if we are moving, but if we can find a place to stay for a period of time, I could treat you and get you back on your feet quicker, potentially. But that may not be the best thing to do here.
Yeah, I'd say sticking around here probably isn't our best bet. Yeah, this isn't any kind of a vacation resort, so we should probably get moving before we stop moving.
And he's like, so, Mr. Novak? Wait, is it? It's Merrick Novak, right? Or is it Novak Merrick? I don't know what your first last name is. Which one's which?
Merrick first name, Novak
Okay.
last name.
Mr. Novak, we probably should be heading out northwest.
Yeah, we'll go to the northwest. We'll try to go around the armored division.
That would be the quickest way out.
If we go straight across, we're going straight through their territory. Is that the
Right.
way you want to go, Doctor?
No,
No?
not at all.
Okay, so we go to northwest, and then cut north, and then back east.
Is that okay with you? He said you were joining us.
Yeah, no, that's fine with us. We're trying to head northeast, but trying to get around this is going to become definitely priority number one.
Yes, definitely, and northeast to at least go around. They've been operating within that area and stretching out a little bit with checkpoints. So at least if we can circumvent their little area, we can hopefully avoid them.
They may have an outpost somewhere in Shekovsny.
Yes, it's possible, but yes, at least if we try to go around, it's better. Yes.
Yeah, we have no interest in seeing any Russians.
None. We've already lost somebody to this group, as you guys had seen already.
That was your friend on the road?
Yeah, that was our friend Ellis.
Hold on. I'm trying to come up with a good name for this doctor here.
Kevorkian.
No.
Good night, Brian.
Yes, as Doctor.
Put that
Kevorkian.
fucker out of his misery.
But he'll set it up so I do it myself.
Sorry, I should have introduced myself. I am Dr. Delinsky. And you are? He looks at Emmett.
My name's Emmett.
Oh, nice to meet you, Emmett. Bernard, if you want. We can skip formalities.
Can I call you Bernie?
I would prefer if you did not.
All right, Bernie.
Can I call you asshole? Is that fine?
That's what the rest of us call him.
Yeah, that's my middle name.
I just kid. I kid.
I think I like this doctor.
All right, so we should get on the road and start heading out. Meta-wise, I don't. My survival is a flat B, so I don't know. Someone else should navigate.
One of the refugees.
Yeah, I think I
perfect.
still am a C and a C, so I would say that's still higher than the flat B.
Yep.
And I do the recon part, so.
Reconnie's part.
And that is why we found you.
But you can kind of tell from the way that Bernie, as Murph has now dubbed him, kind of reacts with the rest of the group, that he's kind of been the de facto leader of this group of refugees. Kind of, watching out for him and stuff like that. And so you guys are going to the northwest.
Yes.
All right. Roll me a survival roll for navigation, and then a recon roll for whoever's on scouting.
8 and a 1 for the survival roll.
Okay. You do not get lost, which is a really good thing this close to these guys. Because, yeah.
And recon 10 and a 3.
Okay.
2 successes.
So you guys start headed to the northwest. Why don't you guys tell me what that looks like?
Well, we have to cross a river.
Yeah, and you'd basically still be able to make it one hex because of somebody still hobbling. So
Who's that?
And is that a city or a ruin that we just hit?
that is a small
It's a
town.
village. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a small town.
So Merrick would be up towards the front with Murph. I'm assuming Murph is on point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So he would be up there right behind Murph, letting him kind of take the lead and staying on watch. Not too close, not too friendly, but just keeping an eye out behind him.
Keeping me in the right general direction.
And I'd be chit-chatting with some refugees, and I'm chit-chatting with a refugee who clearly doesn't speak English.
Yeah, she's just nodding along. She's like, yes,
oh, how polite.
Yes.
And then I jumped on top of the
Yes.
tank, and I don't know why I jumped on top of the tank. I just thought it would be a good idea to jump on top of the tank because I just saw one of my best friends get run over. So I was just like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to get on top of this tank so I don't get run over. But I didn't think about it, and then this thing guns it. And then, of course, I've got another good, quote-unquote, good friend who decides to take a shot. And it, of course, shoots me right in the side of the chest. And, I'm just trying to figure. It was the craziest day.
Talk.
Exactly.
Talk. By the way, talk means yes in Polish.
That's amazing.
Talk?
Sure, if you don't mind, I will keep talking.
Does anybody ever tell you you're a really good listener?
Talk. All right, so Dr. Dolinsky is kind of sticking right by Emmett because that's kind of his main concern right now is this, barely hobbling, wounded person that's kind of slowing the whole group down. And how are you doing, Mr. Emmett?
Oh, I'm as right as rain. I'm on the right side of the dirt. So, and you just kind of see Emmett. He's just kind of gritting it and trying to keep up as much as he can with the group itself. He's basically pushing himself as hard as he can just to keep pace with everybody else to not be the basically the slowest person in the group.
He's like, Mr. Emmett, are you familiar with wolves at all? And wolf packs?
Yeah, actually probably a little too familiar if you ask me.
I meant more so in how wolves behave. Generally, with wolf packs, what they will do is if there is a wounded individual, the leader of the pack will generally stay back and keeps the rest of the pack with that wolf. I can tell by the way that you are walking that you are trying to push yourself more than perhaps you should be. And I don't want you to worry. We won't be leaving you behind. And none of my people will be offended by having to walk slightly slower.
No, I do appreciate that, but whatever I have to give, I will give, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm keeping up with whatever pace I can produce.
It's just you seem like the type of man who may push himself too hard, and perhaps in as a byproduct push others too hard as well.
You may be righter than you know. The man that we lost could have been part of me pushing too hard.
Murphy, up ahead, you spot a small village. That village is on the map. Yeah, kind of like the remnants of it. Like parts of it's seen war, so like parts of it have been destroyed, but you can kind of see like there's an area of it that's been kind of corned off. You can see little guard posts of sort, but like obviously like makeshift civilian style, positions. And you can tell by the weapons that they have that there's, shotguns, rifles, things like that. That's pretty much what they have, like hunting rifles, civilian weapons.
Same as the people that we're with.
Yeah. You see, like, from the angle you're coming in at, you see 4 of them. And you could tell by looking at it that there's, in general, like 7 houses within the little area that they have kind of cordoned off. But they have, like, security posts and shit like that.
He stops and waits for Merrick to catch up to him. They've got guards posted. Are you friendly with this village?
Nah, I mean, I know of it, but I don't know anybody here. I can go speak with them. These people here, my people are no threat to them. And if they're only civilians, then, maybe they're friends, maybe they're not.
Probably your best bet, just so there's no misunderstandings.
Yeah, I'll go speak with them and see what it is, if they'll maybe let us rest here, or perhaps we can trade with them, or who knows. Gather information, at least, at the minimum.
Yeah, we'll wait here, and you can go talk to them. I don't want them to see a bunch of people semi-armed and think the worst.
That's a good idea. A single man is easier to gather information, less threat that way. Okay.
And we see Merrick go up and goes up towards the guards. As you walk up, Jeremy, they kind of like raise their rifles a little bit, not necessarily point them at you, but the rest of you guys, you just see this from a distance, and I'm assuming Murph's probably watching it through the binoculars, and you can just see Merrick like have a conversation with the people up there, and they kind of look back in the direction that you guys are, but they don't really see you because you guys were kind of like hidden somewhat where you were. And at first the guys look, do you have persuasion, Jeremy?
Does the interrogator work only for prisoners?
Yes.
Or just okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have persuasion.
All right.
What are my negatives?
Just roll it flat. We'll just roll it flat.
There's a lot of people relying on me. I got a 4 and a 4, so I'm going to push it. And I take 1 point of stress.
Did you get a success?
Nope.
Okay. So we cut back over to that conversation, and they're basically like, there's no place for you here. You get your people and keep moving. We have enough trouble with the Russians. The armored division, they come by here occasionally, plus marauders. Just, if you would, keep moving, please.
We don't want to be a burden on you. We're just passing through. It may be a safe place to rest for a little bit more. Or maybe even trade? I don't know why we're having this conversation in
I don't know either, but we
English.
are. No, listen. We're having enough. If you have Americans with you, you should just keep moving, because the Soviets come by here every once in a while. They let us keep this security here just because we've been having problems with marauders. We're right on the edge of it, but they don't provide any security for us. But if you've got Americans here, we don't want trouble with them.
We thought it was just Shepard's flock that had an issue with the Americans now.
Well, the Soviets are there. I mean, any NATO forces, they're still trying to sweep up what's left. You know what I mean?
They're
like
still in it?
They're still in that armored division that's over there. They are well off. They are like
what if we leave off the Americans and the rest can stay, maybe?
I mean, I'll talk to I'll see what I can do, but we can't have anybody here that's NATO at all.
All right. We've got I think definitely 3. But we just met them, and however many you can take for, or at least trade. All we want to do is trade. And you've told us the armor division is here. All we want to do is trade information, trade goods, and we'll be on our way. Most of us are going farther north.
Well, like I said, they're not here, but they're right over there, and they come by here occasionally. And I'm just saying, if they come by, we don't want trouble.
I understand that.
And we see Merrick going walking back over to the group.